Welcome back, horror lovers! Surely many of you are familiar with the cartoon show Rugrats, but we bet most of you are not familiar with the creepy origins of this show. This story has been circulating on the internet for a long time now, but the production staff has always denied it being based on real-life events. So we invite you to watch this video until the end and draw your own conclusions. It is said that this show came about from the testimony that psychologist Susanna Carmichael shared with the Nickelodeon network a few decades ago. Through this production, Susanna wished to share with the world the truth about the life of her best childhood friend, Angelica Pickles. The babies in the show were actually the product of Angelica's imagination. Her stepmother always ignored her, and her relationship with her father was painfully superficial. So, due to the lack of attention she had to endure, she decided to create her own world filled with imaginary friends and adventures. Chucky actually died when he was very little along with his mother, traumatizing his father and turning him into a nervous wreck. Tommy, the show's protagonist, was born dead. And so his father would spend every day in his basement making toys for a baby who never came into the world. And in regards to the DeVilles, their twins also passed away during pregnancy. Angelica never knew if the twins were boys or girls, and so she invented one baby boy and one baby girl, Phil and Lil. The only baby who wasn't a product of Angelica's imagination was Dill, Tommy's little brother. However, she couldn't distinguish the difference between her imaginary friends and her real ones. Little Dill never followed Angelica's orders, and so one day, in a fit of anger and desperation, Angelica violently beat him up while yelling at him. The many blows Dill received resulted in serious brain damage and ended up deforming his head. And as he grew up, other kids would mercilessly bully him for his deformity and cognitive disability, making him feel like an outcast. Now, regarding Angelica's parents, her biological mother died shortly after she was born, and her father married another woman. Little Angelica was very fond of Cynthia, a plastic doll that wore an orange dress and had a few strands of short hair on her head. The doll was old and a bit broken, but it reminded Angelica of her biological mother, so Cynthia was the world to her. Years later premiered All Grown Up on Nickelodeon, a show about the lives of the Rugrats in the future. The purpose of this show was to portray Angelica's life during her pre-teen years. At the time, her mental state had deteriorated even more, which made her change the appearance of her imaginary friends. She now imagined her baby friends as pre-teens just like her. Angelica also became addicted to narcotics at the time. She was obsessed with the past, and remembering how much suffering she caused Dill constantly tormented her. Trying to drown her sorrows in drugs, she ended up passing away from an overdose. Susanna, known during her childhood as Susie, was Angelica's best real-life friend. Susie would always play along with Angelica, pretending that her imaginary friends were real. This relationship is what inspired Susanna to become a psychologist, in order to help people like her dear friend. Years later, she made a deal with Nickelodeon to tell the world the story of Angelica, and that's what led to the creation of Rugrats. Angelica died from an overdose when she was very young. Imagining friends around her and playing with the lives of her creations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life horror videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode.